going?
Oh, not too bad. How about you?
Hanging in there. I see it's life in the aquarium. Yeah, I'm not sure that we're gonna have a quorum by any definition. If Logan's out, then Chris Meeks is probably also out. Same parade.
Chris Meeks is already in the.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe we will then. Let me get in that thing. Yeah, he sure is. Turn off the voice and video stuff.
I turned it off, and it was still showing the join voice and video thing. So I clicked on it to join voice and video after it was turned off, and it went away.
Yeah. All right. That seems to be a thing. What do we got here? Oh, okay. This is a kind of a crazy character that I've made here. I forgot all about this.
What did you make?
A sorcerer shade. It's quasi undead. Whatever. Really don't remember anything about this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Nice. Oh,
come on.
hello. How's it going?
All right, what's happening?
Oh, here.
I'll read you.
How about so?
All right, I reckon. We survived yet another away game with Logan last night. He had a big parade at Nissan Stadium today, so it kept him from coming in this weekend.
Yeah.
So I know not when they were going to release from that. It started at 4 o'clock, so I don't know if they're home yet or whether he'll be here or not.
He actually said earlier he wouldn't be home till 9.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was not expecting to make it. What's grr? Pain, grr.
Yeah, what's eating you?
Yeah. The normal things would also seem to have a.
Hello, terribly sorry. I lost track of time.
Hey, Steven, how's it going?
It's going all right.
It's okay. He's just showing off the house.
Yeah, I'm just showing the new digs to folks that hadn't heard yet. We were still waiting on Mr. Peg. He said he was going to be here, just also running a bit late.
Yeah, he says he got tied up in weather, so I don't think we've seen anything here, so must be something squirrely going on in Nashville.
Yeah, maybe.
I was looking out the window earlier, and it looked awful nasty up to the north.
Let's see. Yawning portal.
Neff, have you got a character on the yawning portal?
Is this the new thing?
Yeah, this is an emergency backup game.
Yeah, we got several folks that are out.
Oh.
And there is a potential for me and Logan being absent next week.
Is maybe there's an invite in like Discord or something?
There was an invite a while back, but I'll just drop an invite in the chat if that's
all right. I don't see it on my list of games.
Okay.
But I might have mistaken it for your other emergency game, so maybe I misunderstood something.
No, it should be titled Yawning Portal.
So it's like tired?
Yes, it's tired.
Hmm.
There's a set of adventures called Tales from the Yawning Portal. They're a bunch of short, older campaigns that don't have any ties together. The Yawning Portal itself
I think we played one before, didn't we? Or am I misremembering things?
No, you're not. It started off as a Yawning Portal campaign, but I forget who was running it. They dropped it, and I remember picking it up myself.
Oh.
And just doing my own thing with it. That was, you may remember this scene. That was the scene where you had this fella. There was a wall of ice in a dungeon, and you had a wizard type that was very carefully interacting with it in some way. And I remember it was Vorin marches up to that guy, and impatiently slaps him on the back to get his attention. Hey, dude, and somebody rolled poorly. And the guy turns around and says, "You've killed us all," as the wall of ice starts to crack. And what he didn't realize was that wall of ice was what was holding out the sea, which was on the other side.
That is impressive, and I do not have any memory of that. So I'm like,
That would be
remember
something. That would be something he wouldn't have been involved with. I don't think he and Voren ever adventured together.
That may be, but yeah, that was the thing that Warren nearly, one of the many times that he nearly killed the whole party just by being impatient and being him.
You should
and
be
Mr.
able to
Peg?
create your own character there.
You can borrow one of my
Alright,
extra
will do.
ones.
Nah, I'll just use the old Mancer. Come up with something.
Level 2.
Sweet. Didn't even do anything. I already got a level.
Yeah.
Oh, we are level 2?
Yeah, you should be level 2.
All right, let me do that real quick.
Now that everybody's here,
all we got left.
at least everybody that we've got for the night,
Yeah.
the Sunless Citadel. You start off in the town of Oakhurst, which is nearby a location known for reasons unknown as the Sunless Citadel. Though possibly because sometime in the ancient past, a citadel, something happened to a citadel and it sank into a chasm nearby.
It was death for building in a swamp.
Yeah. So another party of adventurers, locally based, delved into the Sunless Citadel a month past. They were never seen again. 2 human members of the ill-fated party were brother and sister. Talgan Hercule Heckrell. I love these names. And Sharon Heckrell. They were part of an important merchant family based in the nearby village of Oakhurst. Keowyn Heckrell, the matriarch of the family, offers salvage rights to you and your team if you can find and return with the 2 lost members of her family, or at least return the gold signet rings worn by the missing brother and sister. It also offers a reward of 125 gold pieces per signet ring per character if the characters bring back the Heckrells in good shape, of good mind and body. She offers to double the reward.
So great. We'll be digging in goblin poop the whole time around.
And yes, there are goblins involved. There is a goblin tribe that infests those particular ruins. Every midsummer, and it is approaching midsummer, they sell a single piece of magical fruit to the highest bidder in Oakhurst. They've been doing this for the past 12 years. Usually the fruit sells for around 50 gold pieces, which is all the townspeople can bring themselves to pay a goblin. The fruit, apparently an apple of perfect hue, heals those who suffer from any disease or other ailment. They sometimes plant the seeds at the center of each fruit, hoping to engender an enchanted apple tree. When the seeds germinate in the proper season, they produce a twiggy mass of twisted sampling stems. Not too long after the saplings reach 2 feet in height, they are stolen every single time. The townsfolk assume the goblins send out thieves to ensure their monopoly of enchanted fruit.
Wasn't that a Tchaikovsky movement to the magical fruit? Never mind.
Yeah. No one knows for sure what the Sunless Citadel once was, but legends hint that it served as a retreat of an ancient dragon cult. The missing adventurers include a fighter and a wizard. Those are the brother and sister. A paladin of Palor, Sir Bradford, and a ranger named Carcass. Sir Bradford was not a local, and he had a magic sword called Shatterspike. Sometimes the goblins offer a different apple at midwinter. The apple is corpse white and poisonous, even to the touch. No sample of either apple are to be had. And I will assume you will hit up the local bar.
You're in a bar in Oakhurst.
You're in a bar in Oakhurst. That's where you pick up the rumors, right?
Absolutely.
Garan, the big barkeep at Old Boar Inn, remembers that the last time anyone, aside from Talgan and Shawin, asked questions about the Sunless Citadel, about 18 years ago, a grim human named Balak stopped by, and he had a very large pet frog.
Like an owl bear or something?
Not that large. That is pretty much the information to be had in Oakhurst.
I got you.
That in the direction towards where the ravine the Sunless Citadel is sunken into is.
So there's a ravine. It's sunless.
Well, that's what it sounds like, or at least the Citadel is sunless.
Oh, okay. So we troop out that way.
Is that what y'all do?
I'm in it for the ranging and for the money. Sure. More of this. Bet need a ranger.
The overgrown old road winds through rocky downs, near stands of old growth oak and past abandoned farms. It's 7 miles from Oakhurst to the Sunless Citadel.
Pretty good walk.
Pretty decent walk. Yeah. The old road passes to the east of a narrow ravine. At the road's closest approach to the cleft, several broken pillars jet from the earth where the ravine widens. 2 of the pillars stand straight, but most lean atop sloped earth. Others are broken. Several have apparently fallen into the dark depths. Few similar pillars are visible on the opposite side of the ravine. A sturdy knotted rope is tied to one of the leaning pillars on this side of the ravine.
Here stood the bridge. You see the bottom of this ravine from here?
Let's see here. Who have I got? You're Random, right? Steve was Rar. Who are you, Peg?
I'm playing I Am.
He's a great I am.
Okay.
I'm playing Andro, a SMR paladin.
Oh, I thought you were playing Rar the Dexterous.
Pardon?
I thought you were playing Rar the Dexterous.
I didn't see a character on there for me. So
Okay, that's fine. Have you named your character on the character sheet yet?
not
Oh,
yet.
there it is.
I'm still going through the character master for level 1.
Okay. You can't see down into the murky depths. It's too far.
So much for walking through it.
There's a rope tied to the leaning pillars that goes down into the darkness. Judging by its good condition, the rope couldn't have been tied there any longer than 2 or 3 weeks ago. And also from the edge of the ravine, you can see older and weathered handholds and footholds that can be carved into the cliff face.
If we must go down there, I would prefer the rope.
All right.
I guess I'll do ropey too. But I would recommend one at a time so we don't overload the rope.
The character master walked up.
Steph and Steve, let me know whenever you get your characters sorted out.
Yeah, just in the middle of creation. That's pretty bad.
It looks average. All 3s.
I am impressed getting a 4 on 46 drop lowest. I'm looking at these guys are filling out character sheets. The latest medical explanation of benefits. And I've got but it's boggles. So I've got the home health care nurse comes by once a week to look things over. They're here for 15 minutes. It's
Yeah.
Get stats, talk a little bit, change the bandage, look at the wound, measure, maybe take a picture, and they're out. 15, 30-minute stops.
Yeah.
And that's including small talk. For which they charge each visit $1,250 a week. So I'm like, okay. So it goes through the insurance company, and the insurance company comes back and says, yeah, we see that, $1,250. Plan's discount is $1,125, meaning the plan paid $125. Now, this is not unusual. We've all seen where if you don't have insurance, the uninsured rate is many times higher than what an insured individual can expect to pay because of this nonsense. They cook the books a little bit on their prices in order to gain a stronger negotiating starting point whenever they negotiate with the insurance company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, geez. Yeah, it really would be screwed if it didn't have insurance.
Yeah. Nothing like the joys of being without. That's why I treat my issues like car issues. If the engine's making a weird noise, you turn the radio up.
Yeah, that works great until the semi rear end you.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is you
Or-
kind of ride it till it breaks.
Or when your driver's side tire comes off and you're just
Woo.
happened to me.
Yeah. The truck was insured. Just nobody believed you. But it has become common knowledge since then that Dodge has a problem with front end spindle. Now we've done it to about 3 of them. It happened to my Dakota. It happened to the red truck, and it's happened to the silver one. You can drive the wheels off of them.
You remember the blue van that I had back in high school? Entropy, the original Entropy.
Yeah.
Do you remember what make it was?
It was a Chevrolet.
You remember the right passenger wheel fell off of the thing.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I also remember surfing on top of it. But
Yeah, we weren't too bright back then. Not to say that we're too bright now.
we're smarter than that now because we did do that then. Or to be old and wise, you must be young and stupid. Not like
Fair enough.
surf on top of a van doing donuts in a cul-de-sac. Ardent was a GMC, wasn't it? Or was it a Chevrolet too? I thought that one of them was a GMC and the other one was Chevrolet.
I think the Arden was a GMC,
I thought I was correct in that, saying that
but
Entropy was Chevrolet.
the Arden had its own handicap, and I don't know that everybody knows the story, but when much younger, went out and purchased his van from a used car dealership that happened to be next door to the bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $600, and it looked great. Okay, fine. We'll drive around it for a while. The thing was a piece of junk because it kept breaking down.
Yeah.
There's times and places, sometimes in a dangerous fashion and sometimes in an amusing fashion. And we had many adventurers doing field repairs to it, trying to get it up and running again. The end result being that one day the owners of that used car dealership wander into the bookstore and say, "Hey, can we buy that thing back from you?" Why? It turns out that we sold it to you on a junk title. It's a junk title. We got it from auction. And apparently when you get something that has a junk title, that means exactly that. You're supposed to junk it, not sell it. Why did it have a junk title? Apparently the original guy that owned it sold insulation, and he drove it into Lake Michigan at one point.
That would explain a lot of it.
You remember how the insulation was caked on the inside of it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, that explains a few things.
it explained a lot. That's right.
There, some of you should have vision.
Oh, I see
Yes.
things.
Yep, I can see it.
Yeah, I see a map.
You have control.
I do not.
Okay. Can be edited and controlled by Chris M.
Let me see what the hell is going on. It's got something weird going on in my icon at the bottom of the screen here saying join voice and video. But-
Yeah, that was messing me up too. I just clicked on it and it went away.
All right. Okay. Well, still don't let me select my token.
Determined by character settings.
All right. Let me see if I can look at it again. That's me. Okay, now I got it. I don't know what happened. Sorry.
That's fine.
I'm mobile now.
Steve and Neff, I don't want to start fiddling with your characters until you're through with character management.
I was through. It said completing, and then it got stuck, and now it's just been sitting here, and I don't know what to do about it.
If you exit out of the window and reopen it, it should be completed.
Yeah, it's was for me.
Comes up with a blank screen. Interesting.
Mine's been being slow. I had to break it out to its own tab, and then it cleared up.
Okay, yeah, I popped it back out, and it worked. It didn't get filled in, though. It doesn't look like.
That's weird.
Some of it did, but some of it didn't.
Things have been a little strange since they spent 2.5 weeks under DDoS and they've signed up for Cloudflare, and I've popped up a couple of windows just today that have popped up with Cloudflare errors.
How's it going, guys? Just got back from the county fair, and I'm just being mean and to myself and eating a funnel cake.
All right, you'll sleep well.
That's right.
This is my wife's sole reason for going.
Yeah, I miss funnel cakes. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, helped out the 4-H club at the same time. Don't mind me. I'm just sitting here being quiet, trying not to interrupt the game.
We're just
We're trying to get some stuff finalized here.
not much to interrupt just yet.
Been playing a lot of Starfield yet?
I have.
I have been. I'm thoroughly enjoying Starfield.
Yeah.
I've already stolen a ship
Mm-hmm.
from some snake cultists. It's a big
Yep.
sucker too.
I'm trying to get to one that's being guarded by a bunch of turrets. The secret hideout quest at the beginning.
Yes.
People
I've
solved it, but it's, my God, if they solved it already, why are they still alive? You'd have to lose so much sleep just trying to get the skill to do it. You have to have a master lock level to crack the terminal there.
Are y'all two done with your characters yet?
Yes, sir, I am.
I think so. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Steve, did you check out that video I posted today on Shadows?
No, sir, I did not. I fell asleep before I did. I've had a horrible day today. But I'm going to look at it. Thanks for posting it.
Yeah, it's like a 4x4 off-road wheelchair thingy,
Cool.
fully loaded. It's 24,000.
Yeah, I fell asleep, and when I woke up, Scott was gone. We were talking.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that. I've been drinking this stuff called NeuroSleep. It's got melatonin in it. Stuff just knocks you out.
I'm in a lot of pain these days, and it's just, I don't sleep until I do something like that and just doze off.
One I posted before it was funny. A spinning drum that throws rockets in the face. So good, but I'm going to be so done for tonight. Yeah, I'm going to be hurting later.
I'm gonna go grab a fresh bottle while everybody's finishing up.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get icons on people so we don't have
Right on.
the generic tokens.
That's a good name for the next character, Tokan.
Token.
Good barbarian name. Of course, everybody remembers Thundar, the barbarian.
I certainly do.
That's like me when they offer up 12-ounce Coke cans. I'm always 2-can Sam, just to occupy my mind. I've been digging for maps and tokens for the last 3 weeks, and finally starting to get a good enough something to keep things going. I'll try to share with everyone as I get it compiled into genre.
All right. Y'all should have characters with vision and
Mobility.
Thank you.
Yeah, I actually purchased a Starship of the Universe book for the Star Wars game. Looked used too. It's like there's not too many of them left out there.
I'm sure there are.
the sandy ledge overlooks a subterranean gulf of darkness to the west. The ledge is wide but rough. Sandy, rocky debris and bones of small animals cover it. A rough-hewn stairwell zigs and zags down the side of the ledge, descending into darkness.
Descend into darkness. And once everybody gathers, they descend into darkness.
Yikes, and away. Come on. Move. Thank you.
And again, once everybody's gathered, I descend into darkness.
It's like a theme.
Fortress
Okay.
starts to emerge from the darkness. The subterranean citadel, though impressive, seems long forgotten. The lightless windows, cracked crenellations, and leaning towers are any indication. All is quiet. A cool breeze blows up from below, bringing with it the scent of dust and a faint trace of rot.
Descend into
If they're floating in the darkness, I'll throw them a rope.
All right. Let's get everybody together.
Everybody breaks their behinds as they slip on the mossy yogurts as they descend.
No, there we are. Okay.
Narrow stairs empty into a small courtyard, apparently the top of what was once a crenellated battlement. The buried citadel is sunk so far in the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. The floor stretches away to the north and south, composed of a layer of treacherous crumbled masonry, which reaches to an unknown depth. To the west looms the surviving structure of what must be the sunless citadel. A tower stands to the west side of the courtyard.
these look like hard lines. Which direction are we going? North?
South.
Okay,
Give me just a second.
I see. All right, there's a way over here this way.
Is that a way in there?
I found some stairs down here.
There are some
Here,
stairs.
here.
It didn't do a very good job. I'll move y'all in through the stairs.
All
Okay.
right.
Ah,
Random, make me a perception check.
all right. There's a button for that someplace.
Yes, there is.
If you can find the perception button, you've passed the check.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Okay. And actually, make me a perception check.
I'll give you one too, since I actually perceived the stairs first. Not much better.
Okay, I moved you backwards because I was jumping things around there, and I was jumping layers and everything. I was trying to get everybody in here.
You're good.
So you had moved to there,
Yes.
but that 15, you didn't move to there because you detected a masonry edge of what looks like a pit trap.
Gotcha. I am Looks Group. My friends, I believe there is a trap in here. He's a Warforged monk.
Oh, really? Where is this trap?
I don't see no trap.
He just points at the floor.
That's not a trap. That's a floor.
Like he always has one hand out in front of him like this. He just extends his arm out and points. It is there. I detected it as we entered.
Okay.
Thanks, Data.
No, I am.
What?
Take out
So
a
is-
can of spray paint and paint mark the on the spot.
Okay, the pit trap is
That's the new sound of dungeons. You hear that off in the distance, you know you got another party of adventurers nearby.
Yeah.
Or graffiti artists, and one or the other.
Uh-huh.
if anybody has thieves' tools, you can try to disarm. So you can try to jam the trap shut.
No thieves.
Okay. All right. There's a door right here.
It looks like trouble.
So what happened to these poor critters, people?
All right. The circular area is cobbled with cracked granite, upon which sprawled body of 4 goblins, apparently slain in combat. One corpse stands with its back against the western wall, the spear which killed it still skewering it, holding it upright. 3 wooden doors lead from this area. A hollow tower of stone masonry reaches 30 feet into the air, but the intervening floors and stairs are gone, except for a couple of crumbled ledges. The goblins have been dead for quite some time and have been looted.
So
The only
take-
thing here, the only thing of any value here that you could take would be the spear.
Like CSI, just draw around the bodies.
Too far gone to heal them.
Oh yeah, they did.
Sorry, Gary.
Where to next?
There's a door here. There's a door here.
North
All right.
hallway. 3 doors. I'll check the south one.
I'm gonna wait for the game to On the bin.
Most people got there. I'm going to check out the south one. And it's a big room with one exit. Let's go south. It's got limited choices. Won't have to strain my brain for them.
Masonry walls of this 20-foot wide hall are in poor repair, and the far end has collapsed, filling the southern section with rumble. The western wall is in much better shape than the other wall and holds a stone door with a rearing dragon carved in relief on it. The doors has a single keyhole situated in the rearing dragon's open mouth.
Anybody
Search
good?
the room for a key.
And let me do something here so that I can. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Search for a key.
Yes. Oh my.
Huh. Not only did you find the key, you found all the keys.
Yeah.
In the form of a rock.
Yeah,
So take that rock over to the keyhole. Insert.
not much better.
Found no key.
You may find any key.
Are you trying to persuade
No,
the demon
but
that you found the key?
Are you trying to persuade the key out?
Yeah. Come
Here,
on,
key,
man.
key, key, key.
I missed. Come on.
I think he was rolling to persuade the GM.
Hold on a second.
I was just trying to see if everything was a 4.
There's a giant rat.
My companions, I've detected a giant rat.
You got a key?
If only we had speak to animals.
And then the rat. So that's everybody. Random.
Oh, okay. Let's might as well get the first miss of the game, man.
What's the rat's armor class? That's a hit.
Okay, 10 damage. And then I'm gonna go up here. Let's see.
Now there's a burning corpse. Now the room smells of burning giant rat.
Okay.
A burning dead giant rat.
My friends, the giant rat has been defeated.
Did it happen to have eaten the key?
No, you put the rat out and it doesn't appear to have any key on it or in it or around it. You just got close enough to piss it off.
Meanwhile, the paladin is trying to take that rock and wham into the keyhole. I know it's key shaped.
But that doesn't seem to do any good. You break the rock.
Oh, maybe we'll find another one. In that other corridor with the 3 branches up to the north.
All right. North it is.
Okay.
She's staying consistent.
I think we all are. While we're waiting on the results of our lousy rolls to be adjudicated, paladin person, what sort of paladin are you?
Pardon?
What sort of paladin are you?
Don't understand the question. I'm a paladin.
The paladin typically has a deity they worship, and the deity focuses on this or that. So what sort of paladin are you? Hadn't really thought it through.
I have not thought it through.
Okay, good enough.
All right.
Just checking for no particular reason.
Y'all find nothing in particular in the corridor except for the doors.
Okay. Pick a door. Any door.
North door. This ruined chamber stands empty of all but a litter of rocky debris.
We still got door number 1 and door number 2.
You have all these doors and these dark corners you have to peek around. It's a shame you don't have flashbangs or something like that.
I think everybody in here has dark vision, so we'd just be hurting ourselves.
The Warforged does.
Oh, okay. So we actually have a torch.
We're not that special.
You want to go through the west door? Or
Guess
the
they were
southern
only
door
4.
there is a stone relief door. The stone relief carving on the door of the southern door portrays a dragon-like fish swimming.
That's fishy.
The western door, there's nothing special about the western door.
Try that one, because it's probably not have a wall of fish behind it.
All right. Who's opening that door?
I'm just covering whoever's opening that door.
I'll open the door.
All right. So hold on a minute while Crudely executed symbols and glyphs scribed in bright green dye decorate this large and irregularly shaped crumbling chamber. A large pit in the center shows evidence of a recent fire. A metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall contains a gaping hole and stands empty. A small wooden bench draped in green cloth is next to the cage, and several small objects rest on it. A bedroll lies to the near to the wooden bench, and a sound of whimpering comes from inside it.
Hello, Lucy. So who is this individual?
Okay,
Something whimpering.
hold on a second. This individual is Meepo. He is currently, unless you physically disturb him, he's just balled up and crying.
Attempt to comfort them.
Appears to be frightened, but is willing to talk. Weepy. He has numerous obvious scars. What do you ask him about? He does appear to be willing to talk.
What is this?
It's Kobold. This is where we keep dragon. Clan Dragon. We lost it. The wretched goblins, they stole Calcrix. They stole our dragon.
Have you seen any keys?
Meepo not have any keys. Except a cage. And he points at the cage that with this busted out. Yustral would have keys. Meepo would take you to meet Yustral, our leader, if you make nice. You get safe passage if you promise to make nice. Maybe if you promise to rescue Dragon, Yustral make nice to you. Answer questions.
Up to you guys. I don't typically make nice.
All right, folks, we're taking the nice route. Watch for your aggro.
Does anybody read Draconic?
I do.
The symbols on the walls are crudely formed in Draconic and read, "Here there be dragons."
And now I actually generate a laugh. Here there be dragons. Well, we just got told that.
The metallic cage is all but destroyed and can't be used to restrain captives. A search of the cage reveals white scales that someone who has proficiency in nature or survival can determine is from a no natural animal.
I'm assuming your dragon lived in the cage?
For now, yes.
He'll get bigger, but now he's not so big, right?
Yes, he's small,
Okay.
but we tame.
Well, alrighty. Let's go talk to your leader.
Okay. Hold on a minute. I need to figure out where that is. And 21. He will lead you up here, over this way, and he'll shout out, tickle corn, his password. Tickle corn. Kobolds move to the side. They're suspicious looking, but they don't appear to be attacking. A double row in the hallway as you walk up, a double row of relief carved marble stacked columns march the length of this long, large hall. The worn carvings depict intertwining dragons. And down here at the end here, a short throne stands near the west wall, constructed of fallen bits of masonry stacked against an old altar. On top of the altar sits a variety of small items. A portion of the altar that serves as the throne's back features a carving of a rearing dragon. A metallic key is held firmly in the dragon's open jaw.
All right there, Paladin. You were the one that wanted to make nice with the kobolds, so here we are.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what to do now.
Who is it you bring before me, Meepo?
Adventurers. Everybody likes the adventurers.
Not necessarily.
Since when is adventure a profession? That's the thing. I'm a fun haver. Who wouldn't sign up for that job? Apparently, we're fools to agree to help, not even asking what the price would be.
Agreed to anything yet. Of course, you also haven't gotten out of being surrounded by kobolds yet.
Lie down with kobolds, you wake up with rats.
Kobold there on the throne is looking at y'all expectantly.
We hear you misplaced something important.
Goblins stole our dragon. You turn Calcrix to us, I shall grant you a reward. Meepo can accompany you if you desire.
What? Yeah. He yelps. Yipe. Yeah.
Surprise!
So he's telling us he got a dog in that fight.
No. Ba-dum-bum.
How many goblins are we talking about here?
It's like to grab a dragon.
Good point. How big is this dragon for a goblin to be able to carry it?
Yeah.
Got a handout for this. I do not.
I don't take handouts. What am I, a charity case?
Shut up. Say what you can get.
There's just
Why is there an invisible archer below me? You're not on the stream, but you are on my map, but you look like faded out.
It's because somebody was standing on top of me. She just has a real pale outfit and it blends in with the rock.
I guess you get advantage on stealth checks then.
Yeah. At least till we get outside. It was a blue-gray cloak when I got the picture, but
yeah. You have any other questions?
Yes, actually.
what's that key go to?
Door to the southeast, but it's locked by magic.
And the key's not
Key
magic.
alone is not enough.
I see. I do not have
So,
that.
what sort of magic does it take?
Dragon, fire magic.
Apparently. That would not surprise me. But to the king, it's good to be the king.
Top dog.
You're going to get a lot of mileage out of that tonight, aren't you? You're just howling at it. That's what it is.
So you tell me I'm barking up the wrong tree?
Yeah. We had something taken from us, too. 2 of our younglings. Do you happen to have seen any younglings that are not goblins or kobolds around?
Yes, they went to fight the goblins. They never returned.
Oh, boy.
Push her in the right direction.
Yep. Okay, Debo. Let's go. Wait a minute. Are we going to drag you? Yes. Okay. We drag Debo and head towards the goblin.
Mind if we try the key?
If you rescue Dragon, I will give you the key.
All right, where are we going?
Meepo will show you the back way.
Yes, that way.
There's buddy.
Okay.
You have to play with the cat while we're doing this. He's very. He just timed. He wants his red dot.
Mm.
There we go. Sorting. Oh, never mind. He has finished sorting.
I just had to figure out where there's some errors on this map.
Insert intermission music.
So we were talking about Starfield earlier, and I know that you picked it up there, Dave, as well. I think in this group, it's you, me, and Mr. Peg there that have been playing it.
I'm interested in it. I just haven't explored it yet.
That's the
So,
whole thing about it, exploring.
yeah, you know how I used to spend hours on end in Elite Dangerous, just jumping from system to system just to see what was there, and
Mm-hmm.
you can do something similar. And
Yeah, that's what I said. They had 1,000 different playable worlds.
it's a lot more crowded. It's a lot busier than Elite Dangerous. But
It's the newest thing. That's what you expect.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's got the missions for it. Once you join the lodge, basically you actually have to go down to planets and scan life and stuff. I think one of the first main missions was going to Bernard's Star, frozen planet, and trying to.
And it's a mixture of several games. I'm not sure that you played all of them. No Man's Sky has that scan mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
And interestingly, No Man's Sky was an homage to like pulp science fiction from the 50s and 60s, right down to the color palette.
Mm.
But it feels like Starfield is an homage to 70s science fiction.
That's
But you have even down to the design of spacesuits and the ships to a lesser extent. I have yet to figure out how to.
Arian.
Yeah, I've yet to figure out how to make like an Eagle off of Space 1999. That's what I'm really shooting for.
I got you.
But
Cool.
yeah, that would be.
It's
Love
definitely
those ships.
definitely a mixture of Outer Worlds and Fallout, basically. Like
And yeah, a lot of Fallout. The Bethesda's atmospheric storytelling is there in force.
Yeah.
They
It
even,
looks,
they even cheated and stole stuff. They even brought in aid, if you remember aid from Fallout. What's a amp? I'm sorry, they brought in that amp from it.
so it's been enjoyable, but like all of the Bethesda games, it's easy to get lost.
Yeah.
And you could just follow the main story thread and be done quickly, but that's missing the point. As the game itself reminds you often, that's the point. Isn't the point? Is the journey.
Yeah.
So I've appreciated that.
I think I've only done 2 of the main missions. I've just been exploring this whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know the main missions, which I guess is a blessing in disguise.
I got interested in kind of the lore, so I started doing missions that were revelatory of the history of the setting, and that took you to Seoul and some of the places that have been settled there. Yeah,
Yeah,
Saw the Spire of London.
yeah. So it's interesting stuff.
Oh, there's one I laughed at. It was First Contact. If anyone did that one yet.
I have. I've done that one.
Earth.
It's interesting. It's an interesting concept. It's basically organization created an Earth colony ship, a generational one, to send out to occupy a world before FTL drives were even a thing. So all their technology is outdated. The crew is like 4 generations from the original. They can't communicate with anyone. They have no FTL, and the
200
world they were 200 years, and the world they were supposed to occupy is already occupied as a like resort. And so you're trying to find a solution to help them, and they're all carrying old school like 1911s and shotguns as their security detail.
Did you ask him for payment?
Yeah.
So you got all the baseball and the basketballs and hockey sticks.
Yeah. So I expected nothing less from Bethesda.
I laughed at negotiating with the hotel. They were like, we could support them and they could become our indentured servants. Basically.
Oh, that was so bureaucratic. It was hilarious. It's like, what about the up cost? We'll work that out. We could just give them an FTL drive and send them somewhere else. We're not going to provide that. We'll provide an engineer.
Yeah, you have to pay about $40,000 for it if you do that. Be ready.
All right. It's 9:00.
It is.
Yeah. Because there very well may be a potential on this being continued next week because me and Logan are out. Depends on where everybody else is going to be.
Yeah, we'll just play it by ear, and when we get a quorum in, we'll do our thing. So
Yeah, this is actually a good stopping point. We have our mission. So
yep. Did you choose to accept it? Who let the dogs out?
Yeah.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, Ian. Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry for the not having my character ready.
That's fine.
yeah, it worked out.
Yep, appreciate it. E. Yeah, we're.
Yep.
It's always the first game of anything is always rough.
And you might as well acknowledge there's no such thing as a short game for us.
No.
That is for true.
There was that one where we were all hobbits.
Are you thinking of a Naked Newbie Run?
Just saying it was a short game for all of us.
That was true. So those I missed those. Those were fun.
It's going to be long. It was like that 20 years ago.
Now, I would recommend Starfield, and I agree with Mr. Pegg. You just ignore the story. Just go out there and see the sights. Unless you have a reason, a desire to see what they've set up for you, which is endless.
Yeah,
And it's all good.
Yeah, there's nothing that says you can't. You have to follow the story. You can always turn away if you don't like it.
This is true.
I did the gangster stories on Neon. Got those out of the way. Clean that up.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of Neon this morning. Just again, curious about the lore of the place.
Japanese corporate corrupted world.
Cyberpunk. That's where
Mhm.
they put Cyberpunk. Is on a place called Neon.
It's definitely all corporate. That's where the espionage mission is.
I had to build an outpost just so I can store all my contraband. I just keep finding it.
And I need to up my skills so I can actually do that. I don't even know how to build an outpost yet.
But you don't need skills to build an outpost initially.
Yeah, you can research just the basic stuff you need, which you just need to have a building with power and a door and a storage container, and you're pretty much good.
Mm-hmm.
The lodge will give you everything you need at the beginning. A bed, storage, unlimited, a lab downstairs to craft with and stuff.
Yeah, I've finally gotten an outpost to the point where I have research facilities, workbenches, some extractors to pull basic stuff. And I think, Steven, you'll like this. The outpost mechanic and the mining mechanic has a very Star Wars Galaxies feel.
Cool.
You remember how you used to wander around looking for deposits? And then when you found a deposit, you'd plant an extractor down there and maybe set up a camp nearby.
Yes.
That's it. That's what we're talking about.
How do you purify water so you can drink it? You can mine water, but it just shows up in a container as a resource.
Actually, I'm not sure. There may be a cooking recipe for that. That's something I need to do more, is get into cooking, because I've discovered it's hard to keep up with as lousy a dodger as I am. Mid packs.
I had to put all my skills into piloting and ship gunning and stuff. Pirates are bad.
Yeah, I maxed out weightlifting immediately as soon as I could. So I have max carry capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else went into researching, basically how to upgrade spacesuits and firearms and everything like that.
Key to that is to load yourself down 75% and then just run all the time.
Pretty much. It was easy. I did it very quickly.
One thing I did notice about all that actually is they definitely did a good concept of gravity between the planets and the stuff you carry. You can go further on the planets with lighter gravity, and of course you can jump further and stuff. And then the heavier gravity, you run out of breath a lot quicker.
What's funny is on a whim, I took the snake cult perk in the creation, and I didn't realize this, but if you constantly jump, it boosts your O2. You won't use it as much, but you have to constantly do it. It's an addiction. It's really funny. It's the funniest thing I've ever read.
Yeah, I figured out what the airborne perk was for on the suits, by the way. You will go to planets with piss poor sandstorm atmosphere, and if you don't have the right shielding, you'll get lung damage.
Yeah, that happened to me very quickly. He coughed all the time, so Sneak went out the window. Immediately got discovered one time, so I had to go out of my way to find like an asthma inhaler to cure it.
Yeah, an inhaler. Yeah, it just spacesuit protection or not, it just boom, immediately it rolls, and you lose the roll, and you got lung damage. It sucks.
So the guy I'm watching on YouTube that's playing it, he's only got 2 episodes up so far. He just barely got to the point where he's gotten to the where they say, okay, here, come here, go here, don't go anywhere else. You're the chosen one now. You got to go here, take the thing there, and don't do anything else. And he's just barely gotten to that point. But he took 3 perks on his character. He took a mortgage. He took where he's got his parents. He's got to help support his parents. because he's tired of being the edgelord that doesn't have parents and da 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 da.
Yeah, if you choose the perk that your parents are still alive, 2% of your paycheck a week goes to them. But eventually, you meet up with them over time, and your dad gives you a spaceship.
There's like another one. I think you have a kid that you're paying alimony on.
Yeah.
And then I think he took a Doring fan.
One thing interesting on the corporate espionage thing, if you like using persuasion, a ton of that is in that. And it's really awesome how they have you use it. You actually you are a negotiator, basically, and you talk your way out of stuff all the time, which is pretty interesting. One of the missions had to go deal with someone to get a resource for the corporate. He wanted you to kill his girlfriend, basically, because they've been at it for so long. You meet up with her, and the proof of death was supposed to be to obtain her gun. But you could actually negotiate your way out of it and get her gun without killing her. And then she shows up later, unlike the Seifa in their games. She actually shows up later, not identifying herself in a different ship, but somehow you're her biggest fan or something and hopes to meet up later. So I think there's going to be more to that in the future. I think she just wants her gun back, but they definitely deepened the stories a little bit on these side quests.
They are impressively deep and branchy. One thing that's impressed me is jumping into systems or just jumping around. And you occasionally encounter random ships that are friendly. And the two that were very memorable to me was this one fella, an Irishman. Every time you jump in, he's singing. And he's singing a ditty of some sort. And he's got a great voice. So you compliment him and he says, "Oh, thank you." And off he goes. And the other one was a scientist who got a kind of a hell assignment as a geologist. And so she's out there trying to collect rock samples in a ship that barely works. And she says, "Okay, I'm charging my jump drive," and then pause. It's still charging. Pause. Did you hear the one about, she starts to tell a joke, and as soon as she gets to the punchline, it jumps.
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
I had a random encounter. I was just going through on a planet, and I go into a science outpost. There's a woman dying. She's like, "This is it. I'm done for. I just have one request: some fried pickles before I die." One of the options was, "Would you rather take a med pack?" It's, "I gotta have my fried pickles before I die." As soon as you give it to her, she just groans.
Oh no! Oh Lord!
Like a chestnut bone.
I felt bad on the school trip. They hit me up and said, "Do you have any ship parts?" And I was like, "No, I don't." Dadgummit. And I was thinking, okay, it's just one system over. I'd jump over and buy some right quick and come back. They were already gone. But disappointment. Do you meet Juno yet?
I have not.
Yeah, they put an AI in the thing somewhere. But yeah, there is a Beeger. They couldn't help themselves. Me, I persuaded and made friends with it. Got a feeling they stole it from Outer Worlds. It looks so familiar. The way the whole encounter went.
There's a lot of call outs and homages going on there. It's interesting. Thank you, and good to see everybody. I think I'm going to wander at this point and take some pills and read a book.
Sounds like a winner.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, be well, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Be well, y'all.